Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all well and I'm happy to see you all back to today's video. So guys, 2021 was definitely a crazy year in regards to my watch collection. I bought more watches than ever before, and so I thought it would be nice to see how much I spent in total for watches over the last 12 months. So take a coffee, lean back and enjoy my 2021 watch collecting journey. I started the year with buying the old Omega Speedmaster after a thinking phase of around 2 years. I always liked the watch but never got used to the big wrist presence and in my view clumsy bracelet. In the end I just wanted to have it in the collection, as the history and significance of this watch is superb. So I pulled the trigger in January and paid around $5,100 for it, and with that also bought the first watch in 2021. Around 2 months later, Omega released the new Speedmaster, a great update that removed all the downsides of the old version. A better bracelet with a nice tapering, no more halo around the dial, a bit thinner and a more grippy crown. So for me this was the perfect update, and anyway, I always felt this beautiful movement deserves a see-through caseback. So I pulled the trigger again on an Omega watch and bought the new Speedmaster Sapphire Sandwich for around $7,500. I'm super happy with the new version, and it is one of the watches in my rotation that gets the most wrist time as a non-Rolex watch. Next, I got the call for a long-awaited timepiece, the new Rolex Submariner Kermit. I had to travel for this piece around the world, but for such a nice watch it was worth every penny I spent for the flights and hotels. The green Submariner is definitely a superb watch, has an amazing movement inside and fits perfect to my little Rolex watch collection. I'm super thankful to the AD who made this dream come true, and hopefully many more watches will follow. I paid around retail price for this watch, which is about $9,500. Moving on, it was time to buy a new daily beater. A watch I can use for all kinds of tough jobs, which will be my companion on some heavy duty projects here in Dubai. And of course, it should be again a watch with a nice history. So I bought the Seiko Captain Willard, which was freshly updated a few months back. And the dealer for Seiko was unfortunately quite a tough one here, so I had to buy it without any discount for around $1,200. Nowadays you can definitely get this piece a lot cheaper, but I would any day buy it again. Such a great piece for the price. After the Seiko I got another awesome watch, basically a dream watch for thousands of people around the world, and a great add-on again to my Rolex watch collection. The Rolex GMT Master 2 Bad Girl. A fantastic piece, superb quality, a GMT complication and an incredible good looking design makes this piece a no-brainer for any watch collector. The blue and black bezel looks fantastic, and I'm definitely a sucker for the Jubilee bracelet. I paid around $9,500 for this piece at the retail price. Around mid-year it was time to get back to some modding, so I ordered a modding kit for one of my G-Shock watches to transform it into a Royal Oak design. The watch and modding kit was around $300 if I remember it correct. As you can never have enough Seiko watches, and one of our watch club members pulled an exclusive deal for a special edition Seiko watch, I joined the queue and bought the Seiko SPB153 or Save the Ocean Antarctica Baby Tuna. A beautiful piece that reminds us about the more sustainable lifestyle and to care more about our environment. The watch cost me around $600 including the shipping and import duties. Quite a high price again for Seiko, but as this piece has such a nice story to it, I had to get one. Around mid-year, Rolex released its new watches and discontinued the old Rolex Explorer 1 39mm. Instead, we got a new version with an updated movement in a 36mm case. Many people were celebrating this move as the OG had still a great fan base and Rolex went back to the classic size. I actually didn't get this piece from the authorized Rolex dealer, instead I bought it from a flipper here in Dubai. There was basically no chance to get it from the local AD for me, so I had to do this move. I was super excited to compare it to my own 39mm and I am anyway a big Rolex Explorer fan, so I pulled the trigger and got one. After making the two videos, I handed it over to one of my family members who wanted it anyway, so I didn't lose my money on it, and even with a small premium it was still a good buy, I guess. I paid around $7,500 for the watch. Later in 2021, G-Shock finally released the new G-Oak watches with a metal case. A watch for which we were all waiting for a long time, and G-Shock definitely didn't disappoint us. The green and blue were for sure the highlights, so I got them both. I paid in total around $600 for the two watches. After the metal G-Shock, there was another amazing entry-level watch release, the Tissot PRX Powermatic. A watch inspired from the two famous Gerald design, integrated steel sports watches, a blue dial, automatic movement, and all of that together for a bargain price of around $500. Unfortunately, I also gave this piece away when I realized that the entry-level watches were starting to overwhelm my watch collection and especially my watch box, and also my cabinet was full of packaging from all the watches, so I had to select a few candidates that had to leave the watch collection, and so the PRX left me after a few weeks again. Then around September, Apple released the new Apple Watch Series 7, and as I always upgrade my Apple Watch every year, I had to get one. I decided to get the Black Sports as usually, and since then use it for my gym days. The Apple Watch was around $500. October 2021 brought us another exciting mid-level release, the new Mido Decompression Timer 1961 silver dial with turquoise bezel. As a big fan of this vintage re-edition, I couldn't resist and pulled the trigger again. Luckily, Hodinkee had some kind of a pre-release of this version, and so I ordered a few watches for our watch club. Basically, in the end, I think nearly every one of our watch club members who wanted one got it, and so I got this fantastic Mido, and especially it was, or let's say on top, it was never available here in Dubai, basically sold out the first day, and yeah, I got it for around the retail price. I just had to pay on top again shipping and import duties, so I paid around $1,500 for this piece, which is also a bit above the normal retail price. November 2021 was a bit of a silent month then at first in regards to new watch releases, but soon I got nervous again and felt the need for a new watch. In addition, in November my channel reached 30,000 subscribers, so here also a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my YouTube channel, and in case you haven't subscribed yet, I would be super thankful if you could push the subscribe button and activate the bell. This will definitely help me a lot to grow even more in the future. So yeah, once I hit the milestone, I thought I should reward myself with a new watch. In the end, I decided to get the Tudor Black Bay 58 Blue, which is a piece that was like in my head for such a long time, and I was several times close to pull the trigger, and somehow I felt, okay, let's finally end this. I want to get this piece out of my head and not think about it again if I should buy it or not. So I finally made the decision and pulled the trigger and bought the Tudor Black Bay 58 on NATO strap for around $3,500 here in Dubai. Around mid of November, finally the Apple Watch Hermes arrived, which I, by the way, ordered right away when it was released for my girlfriend. And yeah, actually after quite a long wait, the piece finally arrived. I was able to do a review and also finally experience the most expensive Apple Watch that you can buy, which was, let's say, a very interesting experience, let's say it like that, for me maybe. And yeah, so I got the piece for around $1,500, made the video, gave it to my girlfriend who loves it and is super happy with it. And yeah, I had this experience. Then moving on, as I said in the beginning, it was a bit of a quiet month, but in the end it turned out that November would be quite a heavy month in terms of new watch purchases. So I was able to buy another Rolex DateJust 36mm and of course grab the opportunity and pull the trigger. Also a beautiful piece, and this time on oyster bracelet, which I haven't had before. And I can also tell you from my Rolex Explorer 39, which I also wear really a lot, I love these oyster bracelets as well. They feel a lot more sporty and sturdy, I would say, compared to the Jubilee bracelet. So it's every now and then a nice change to mix and match between Jubilee or oyster bracelet, whatever you feel like. If you want to have something more dressy and elegant for the evening, or if you want something more sporty and sturdy. So I thought this 36mm with oyster bracelet is a nice add-on and pulled the trigger for it. And yeah, I paid around $9,200 for this piece, as it seems like these these DateJust watches are a bit more expensive here in Dubai, and especially if I compare to the Rolex Bad Girl or Rolex Submariner that I bought earlier in 2021, yeah, it felt quite expensive, but again, it's a Rolex, I love Rolex, so I had to get this piece and since then love it, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. After buying another more dressy or sporty Rolex, however you want to call it, I mean it's still a DateJust, I somehow felt the need to get a more masculine watch again, and as I always like Breitling, I thought why not check them out and get a bit of a variety in the watch collection. So I checked out all the Breitling stores around Dubai, compared all the different Breitling watches on my wrist, and finally pulled the trigger for a Breitling Aerospace Evo blue dial, which is quite a nice piece. It's made out of titanium, has a digital and an analog display, and most important for me, it has still the Breitling Wings logo, which makes this an awesome piece for any watch collection. It's also a pretty unique watch with the quartz movement inside, and as I said, the mix of the digital and analog displays, so definitely a very interesting watch. And for this piece I paid around $4,000. And now we come to the last piece that I bought in 2021, a superb watch, a birthday present for myself and a reward for this incredible busy 21, the Rolex DateJust 126233 two-tone fluted motif dial. So yeah, a superb watch. I'm crazy in love with this watch. I finally made a step to get a two-tone Rolex, for which I was always a bit scared. I mean, I've never dropped so much money on a watch. It's a gold piece, so also my first gold watch. And yeah, but I mean, as I said, there's always a first time in your life, and this was the first time for me getting a two-tone or let's say a gold watch. And since then I'm super happy having this piece in my watch collection. At the time it was still easy to get this piece. I could imagine this will change soon or quickly, so better buy it earlier than later, I thought in the end. And yeah, so I pulled the trigger, got this watch for my birthday in December 2021 and love it till today. And the price for this watch, as said, it's the most expensive watch I've ever bought, was around $13,000. And with that, we have it, guys. 18 watches that I bought in 2021 with a total value of $75,800 that I spent on watches. Quite an incredible amount, and yeah, if you check out my full watch collection video, you see that the value of my watch collection is actually double of that, so there are a lot more pieces in my watch collection. But yeah, spending nearly $76,000 in 1 year on watches, yeah, it's definitely crazy. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I don't have any other words for that. It's still a hobby, and besides that, yeah, there are many other expenses in my life, for property, for cars, for other hobbies. So yeah, I'm basically speechless. But yeah, I thought this would be interesting to sum it up, all of the watches that I bought in 2021, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And with that, I would also say, let's kick off 2022. Let's see if we can beat last year in regards of watch collecting. Let's see what will come in this year. I am sure there will be a lot of very exciting watches that I am going to collect this year. And with that, I would say the race is on. Thank you for watching, guys. Stay healthy, and bye bye.
Don't touch the watch.